Imagine having the power to unlock history's greatest minds. What would you ask Einstein about quantum mechanics, or Maya Angelou about finding inner peace in chaos? Today we're exploring those dream conversations that could change everything.
That's such a fascinating thought experiment, especially when you consider how a single conversation could completely reshape our understanding of the world.
Well, it really comes down to that classic question of who you'd choose to have dinner with from all of history. But here's what makes it even more revealing. What would be that very first question you'd ask them? It shows so much about our own values and what kind of wisdom we're seeking.
You're right. The pressure of that first question would be intense, like when you finally meet someone you've admired forever and your mind just goes completely blank.
Oh my goodness, yes. It's like that time I met my favorite author at a book signing and all I could say was, "I like your books." But that's exactly why this thought experiment is so valuable. It forces us to really think about what knowledge we're seeking.
Well, I've actually given this a lot of thought, and I'm going with Leonardo da Vinci. Just think about it. Here's someone who was designing flying machines and tanks nearly 500 years before they became reality.
That's such an interesting choice. And you know what fascinates me about Da Vinci? He filed over 7,000 pages of notebooks with his ideas, but only about 15% of his inventions were ever actually built during his lifetime.
That's exactly why my first question to him would be about which unrealized invention he was most certain would work. I mean, this was a man who conceptualized solar power in the 1500s.
You're essentially trying to peek into the future through the eyes of someone who was already centuries ahead of his time. It's like accessing a historical version of venture capital pitches. Which ideas were just waiting for technology to catch up?
Right. And speaking of being ahead of their time, I'm really curious about your choice. Who would you want to share a meal with?
I would absolutely choose Maya Angelou. Did you know she published 36 books and received over 50 honorary degrees? But what really draws me to her is how she maintained such profound wisdom through immense adversity. I mean, she didn't even speak for nearly 5 years as a child after experiencing trauma.
That's quite a contrast to my choice. While Da Vinci was pushing the boundaries of what was physically possible, Angelou was expanding our understanding of human resilience.
Exactly. And my first question to her would be about maintaining inner clarity in a chaotic world. Because in our current age of information overload, where the average person consumes about 34 gigabytes of data daily, that kind of centered wisdom seems more valuable than ever.
So you're seeking guidance on navigating our modern chaos, while I'm trying to unlock lost innovations. It's fascinating how different our approaches are.
Well, you know what's really interesting? Both of our chosen dinner guests were essentially bridge builders. Da Vinci bridged art and science. He actually spent 12 years studying human anatomy to improve his artwork. And Angelou bridged personal experience with universal truth through her writing.
That's such an insightful connection. They both saw patterns and possibilities that others missed, just in completely different domains.
And imagine if we could somehow combine these conversations. Picture Da Vinci showing his anatomical sketches while Angelou offers profound observations about the relationship between scientific understanding and human dignity.
Now that would be something. The ultimate meeting of technical brilliance and emotional intelligence.
You know what's really striking about this whole discussion? It reveals how we're all searching for different pieces of the human puzzle. Some of us want to understand how to build things, others want to understand how to build ourselves.
And perhaps that's the real value of this thought experiment. It helps us identify what kind of wisdom we're hungry for in our own lives.
Absolutely right. Whether it's technical innovation or spiritual guidance, these imagined conversations reveal our deepest curiosities and aspirations. Now I'm feeling inspired to go dive into both Da Vinci's notebooks and Maya Angelou's poetry.